All right. So here we have an unboxing. This is from eBay. I usually don't like buying off eBay unless I get a good deal, so I rarely buy off of it. Usually once or twice a month I will get something that I consider good enough to buy. This month I got 2 things, which I consider a good enough price. But those you just have to hope no one else bids on, because you have your own price limit for what you're buying and stuff. And they packed this really nicely. Holy cow. Like, look at this. And I know what this is, so I'll bring it out and show you. And I'll tell you how much I spent and why I spent that much and stuff like that. As you can see, they're pictures. I might actually go through these tonight, but I digress there. Look at how nicely, even for pictures, this person, I'm happy. They did a freaking wonderful job. All right, there's nothing more in here. My son's gonna have a field day with that. Okay. So these pictures are from Yokosuka, Japan, the biggest naval base, from 1946. The thing is, these pictures have destroyed tanks, planes. Well, I don't think they're just from Yokosuka. I think, like here, like you have infantry running through. I think they just named it for what they could find, and that's one thing I always look for is mistakes, because if these were just Yokosuka, Japan soldiers, and from what I saw, they weren't, as you can see. I would say, you know what? So we'll go with the thing. I paid $80, I think, for them after shipping, handling, and all that stuff. There are almost 400 images in here. So even at what I paid, that many images is a good thing for the price. I'm willing to pay up to $1 an image. There's him doing some kind of baseball. But service member photos, like I said, I'm willing to pay up to $1 each. This one has Navy shots, this one has Army shots, this one, and it shows right after the war. Stuff like this you don't find too often, especially in a big group, where you have, you know, everyday soldier stuff, you have stuff of battles, you have destroyed tanks. So I recommend, like, looking for the weird things, because you never know. Like, look at that. That's probably the USS Constitution, maybe. Like, this isn't all Yokosuka, Japan. You gotta know, like, sort of what you're looking for, because you're not gonna get, you know, everything. But this is from a guy's personal album, like 1936, from back home. So this is probably most of the stuff through his war years. Like, here he is, U.S. Cannon. So, but I digress. Usually I don't buy stuff like this because I can't afford the cost, would be the best way of putting it. I'm not going to uppay. Like, hey, look at him feeding a monkey. But in the other sense, you got to know what you'd have to be willing to pay for it. Sometimes you're going to pay a little bit more than what you're normally going to do. Usually for me, I stick with lots between 25 and 50 bucks at max. But I always put 100 and some change aside every month. And this lot, for the price, as you can see, it's definitely one of the best lots I have picked up. And again, I probably am going to do this one actually tonight, showing all the photos. Apologies on a little bit of mess. My son comes in here and plays all the time. But yeah, just an unboxing showing you what I found, what it was, what it cost, and hopefully you guys can find your own little treasures for good prices too. Like I always say, I'm here rooting for you, and I want you guys to get the best prices for the best things for your guys' collection. I appreciate you all, and you all have a wonderful one.